Is this thing on? Is it on? All right, here we go. Ah, who am I, right? Well, this is me. Sense of presence. Presence. I can't even talk. Teaching with kindness, humor, and awareness.
All the teachers, they're always
So,
asking you,
why I
like,
teach?
are you okay? Or, do you need help? And my favorite teacher I actually see is Mr. Craig. He's my government teacher. He's always telling me, like, hey, you need to get to it. You need to get to your work and get to work. No, but yeah, so he's a really cool teacher. And he's always pushy. That's a teacher that everybody needs in their life. All the teachers, they're always asking you, like, are you okay?
That
Or,
was it. But
do you need
there's no
help? And
better
my
way to
favorite teacher I
explain
actually
it.
see is
So,
Mr.
here I am.
Craig.
So, it's taken me a while to get to this spot. Buddha says the path to enlightenment is only achieved by understanding the true nature of reality, and I totally can relate to this. My own path in education has been wide and varied, from those early days in a chalkboard-filled classroom to teaching in kid jail into a variety of non-traditional educational settings, to finally finding my place here at I Succeed. I definitely have followed my own eightfold path of teaching. And after all of that, this is what I know. Acts of service is my love language, and it fits exactly into what we do here at I Succeed. I get this from my mother 100%. She's where I learned to sacrifice myself for my loved ones in all the ways, both positive and negative. It can be my greatest strength and also my greatest weakness. My wife has helped me find balance between doing the most and doing what I need to do, so I'm super grateful to her for that. Um, like I mentioned earlier, education lends itself to this language because we feel like if we aren't giving, then we aren't doing. And as teachers, I think that we have to learn those boundaries and find that balance. And I'm getting better at that. I'm better at that. So, and I think that's going to continue to translate into what I do in this leadership role as well. Teaching is hard. Leading teachers is an even greater challenge. So, getting lost in the trees and not seeing the forest is the hardest task that we often have to navigate. So, my strength in educational leadership, I think, lies in seeing the bigger picture, connecting curriculum, teaching practice, and student experience to the broader mission of our school. I help my department innovate while staying grounded in student needs, and I bring a forward thinking, collaborative spirit. I think that strengthens not only our social studies department, but the whole school community as well. And I think it blends or bleeds out into that. So I feel pretty good about that. It starts with a vision. So it starts by looking beyond the day to day and anticipating future needs and helping students with the why. Like, why are you here? Why do you need us? Why do you want us? Why is I Succeed going to be the place for you? Um, and helping them find that path. Whatever that path is, because we're all on a different journey, right? I think about how curriculum, teaching practices, and student engagement connect to larger goals that we want to achieve, not just in social studies, but in as a whole. And this really informs how I go about every day. Collaboration and support, that is my jam 100%, from early days of teaching on actual teams to middle school teaching in full on teams to coaching. This is one of my favorite teams right here that I've ever coached. um, the biggest thing about collaboration, or the biggest thing that I can do, I think, as a leader, is empower others to challenge themselves, to make them feel comfortable to do their own thing, as of course, as long as it fits within our mission and all that. But I want my folks in social studies especially to not be afraid to try new things, make changes on the fly if they need to, create that balance in their classes, and then more importantly in their lives. How can we be online teachers and also be whoever else we are? And how do we put all that together? I hope what I do lingers. I hope that I leave an impression. Um, I plan to finish it all out here. Um, that's my ultimate goal. But I will, at the end of the day, every day, I want to inspire students and staff to have lofty goals for themselves. I hope that my humor, my creativity, and my compassion helps to add to our already well established culture of learning. Having just read the Nine Lies About Work, I have different feelings about the idea of culture, but here we are. So how do I manage? So what else do? I take deep breaths, right? I'm really focused on mindfulness for myself, and I do a lot of things outside of my teaching experience to keep growing. Like, I got my 200-hour yoga teaching certification just recently. Now, I haven't taught any classes, and I don't know if I ever will, but that experience of going through that process was fantastic. I'm actually working on my 300-hour also, and so ultimately, I'll be finishing it all up. So, what's next? So, for me, leadership is seeing the bigger picture and guiding my team toward innovation that keeps students at the center of learning. Um, I think that I bring a forward thinking perspective that connects our curriculum to real world relevance, and while ensuring that all of my learners, all my students can access it, and not just access it like get online and things like that, but actually connect or grab that material and have it make sense. So I hope that through that process, by fostering collaboration and creativity, I hope that um, this will help colleagues, my team, feel supported in trying new approaches. This fusion of forward thinking, I love the idea of fusion because I love cooking as well. It should have been on my last slide. Of forward thinking, attention to detail, and constant reflection strengthens not only our whole department, but the culture of the school as well. And I think that's about it. I'm ready for questions.